Hey guys, Josie here and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't already, and sorry for being a pain in the butt, follow me on my various social medias, subscribe to me down below, and also give me a thumbs up on any videos that you are enjoying. I will be putting the links to my social medias down below and also throughout the video. So the main topic of conversation this weekend has been Daniil Kvyat's once again unceremoniously being ousted from the Toro Rosso seat, and he has been replaced by Pierre Gasly. I was under the assumption that this was just going to be a 1 to 2 race kind of thing, but from the rumours that I have heard floating around on Twitter, on some of the news coverage, this seems to be till the end of the season. Gasly does have commitments to Super Formula, which he is currently racing in. He is halfway point behind the current leader, so this is obviously going to cause a little bit of an issue, but he said he was committed to Super Formula, but I'm 100% sure that if Toro Rosso say, yeah, I'll have the seat for the rest of the season, he's not going to go, nah, you're alright mate, I'll go back to Super Formula. It would be stupid. For those of you who don't actually know who Pierre Gasly is, he is the reserve driver for Red Bull. He has been the reserve driver for at least a couple of years now. He is also the current GP2 world champion. This is obviously before it changed to F2. But he was the one that was battling till the bitter end with teammate Antonio Giovinazzi, who is, you may know, the reserve driver for Sauber and the third driver for Ferrari. So these two kind of fought tooth and nail right to the end to Abu Dhabi, and Pierre came out victorious. Two amazing drivers, so fingers crossed for next year having both of them on the grid. Unlikely, but you never know. So I had a quick look back through Daniil Kvyat's season so far to see what had really warranted this ousting not even midway through, like 3/4 of the way through the season, and it's not a pretty picture. Of the races that he has participated in, he has had 5 DNFs, he has scored 4 points overall, and the last time he scored a point was Barcelona, which was 9 races ago. His current best finish has been 9th place and his best qualifying has been 8th. It is not a good sign when the likes of teammate Carlos Sainz has come through and scored 4th in Singapore. Yeah, there were a lot of DNFs, there was crashes, there was lots happening, but Carlos kept a cool head and just rocketed up that field. I mean, props to him. So to be compared to his teammate Carlos Sainz, and to especially have the likes of Sainz going to a better team, for want of a better word, like Renault, is probably a kick in the teeth for Danny. And then to have Pierre be doing so well in Super Formula and to have done so well in GP2, it's going to be pretty heart-wrenching for him. For those of you who haven't also seen his Instagram, he does have the bio of just a human. I know this recirculated earlier in the week, but for those of you who didn't already know this, he has actually had that for a while. I'm pretty sure he hasn't changed it since the Red Bull move, but at the very least he's had it for a good few months, because me being me, I did stalk him not that long ago. So Pierre did have a pretty good start to his F1 career. I mean, from what he did, he got through Q1 and he was in the top 10 in Q1, which was outstanding. He then qualified 15th, finished the race in 14th. It is not bad going for your first time in a Grand Prix car. So props to you, Pierre. Props to you. I am looking forward to seeing the pairing of Dani and Gasly, because I think that they will be pretty feisty together. I mean, you've got a feisty Russian with a feisty Frenchman. Oh, I think it's going to be amazing. There were rumours though along the Twitter grapevine that this is actually just Red Bull and Toro Rosso's way of getting rid of Kvyat. I don't even think there is anyone in the Red Bull programme that could take Kvyat's space. As far as I'm aware, their only really decent driver, which is Nico Kari, they have actually ousted from their programme. And I can't even think about who else is in there. I know one other, and I'm not even going to comment because I don't have anything good to say about them. So I'll just, for once in my life. But it was an outstanding weekend for Pierre. He pretty much came off and said something along the lines of, oh yeah, it was a decent weekend. And I remember looking at him going, decent weekend is the biggest understatement of the year. Like, you've got in an F1 car properly for the first time and you managed to pull it into the top 10 in Q1 and get 15th in Q2. That's not pretty decent. It's pretty good going, really. So Pierre made a right good splash with the F1 community, and I think that the fact that a lot of people didn't know who he was kind of made this a little bit more intense. The majority of us who watch GP2, I have never watched Super Formula, so I'm not even going to lie. But yeah, those of us who've watched him in GP2 and those who probably watch him in Super Formula will know what a talent Pierre is, and this has been probably a crushing blow to Dani's confidence. I do think that this is really quite a harsh thing for Red Bull to do, but I do understand it. They want Pierre to have as much experience in the car as possible when they are probably going to put him in there next year. They don't want to have him in flying blind. So, tell me what you think. Are Red Bull in the right to do this? Or Red Bull, Toro Rosso management in the right to be once again kicking Kvyat out of a seat? Or do you think that this is once again a pretty rushed, harsh move? Tell me below. I have tried to keep this as quick as possible just because it is currently 9:45, 10:45, totally an hour behind. 10:45. I would have put this video up sooner. I did attempt to do it at the weekend, but if you follow me on the likes of Twitter, I went into a bit more detail on Twitter. I was going to do this on Saturday, but I was supposed to have a date, and because I am me and I have zero luck, I actually once again, for the second time, a bit like Daniil Kvyat, second time in a year, got stood up. So, c'est la vie. So sorry for the delay. I will try and get another one up at the weekend. It is Suzuka this weekend, one of my more mixed tracks. I do like Japan. I do want to go. If you haven't already, I will link you to my blog about my F1 bucket list. A lot of people ask me why I didn't put Suzuka on it. I do like Suzuka, but being a massive Jules fan and what happened to him at Suzuka, I can't actually bring myself to even think and consider travelling to somewhere like that. So I don't understand how the likes of his past teammates, his past crew, and the likes of Gasly, who was friends with him, how they can bring themselves to go to somewhere like that. So if you haven't already, give it a read. But I am going to sign off for now. I will try and get another video up by the weekend, hopefully by Sunday at the latest, but we will see. So for now, remember to subscribe, leave me a comment about what you think Red Bull should do or shouldn't have done, or what you think the next step is, who they should put in the seat. If you can actually name me any other Red Bull Academy, not Academy, Red Bull Juniors. Are they called Red Bull Juniors? I don't know what they're called. I know what Renaults are called. I know what Ferraris are called, I just don't know what Red Bulls are called. Oh well. Who you think should be in the seat with Gasly? Do you think Daniil Kvyat should have another chance? Tell me below. But for now, ciao!